Okay, option pools, what are they? It's something that a lot of clients come to us and talk about, oh, we want an option pool, and they might get it slightly confused about what they mean by this. So an option pool is not putting in a share option scheme, putting in place a share option scheme. It's more of a contractual commitment understanding with future investors of how much of the equity of the company will be subject to share options, and will eventually, those options will be exercised and turn into shares. So that is what the option pool is. It's an agreement, it can be quite a loose agreement about what percentage equity, for example, of the company will be subject to share options. And that will commonly be around 10%. There's no right answer. It depends on the circumstances, the type of company, what you plan to do, but the variation will be 5 to 20% of the company's share capital will be subject to share options in the future. That will leave enough equity in place for the founding team, founding shareholders, and investors who come on board as well. So option pool is a key thing that investors want to be aware of, they want to know about before they invest. The option pool is commonly referred to in the shareholders agreement, which is the private part of the company's constitution. The public part of the constitution is the articles of association. And also subscription agreement is the main contract governing exchange and completion for investors when they come on board. So the option pool will then also be commonly referred to in the subscription agreement. And then your share cap table of who all the shareholders are, what they've got, all the rest of it. The option pool will also be included in that, and what is known as the fully diluted share capital table. So that means fully diluted means, okay, supposing you've granted all these possible options, and when they're eventually exercised, shares will be issued and it will amount to this total percentage of the equity. So that's put in the fully diluted share capital table, so investors can understand what will to what extent they and other shareholders will be diluted once all the options are exercised and other people have those shares, i.e. employees and consultants, etc. And then the options can be, well, there's all types of option schemes and employee incentive, equity incentive schemes. The common one we see where a company has a certain value built up, particularly when it's raised VC finance, will be EMI share option schemes, which are HMRC approved. You get the value, everything's set in stone, agreed. You get the valuation set, agreed with HMRC. It's quite a complex process. There's a lot to it, but because of the certainty and additional factors that I can't go into here, detail here, they're very popular. Otherwise, there are simpler alternatives that might better suit smaller companies of a lesser valuation, but that's for another video. Thank you.